Oh, hey man. Did you hear there's a new Pokemon game coming out? Oh my god, you can't write this. I mean, imagine releasing another Pokemon game after the entire Pokemon franchise, your entire contingent, the people who have been paying your bills, paying your mortgage, putting food on your table, completely swore off your company after that travesty known as Pokemon Sword and Shield. Pokemon Sword and Shield, apparently the sword wasn't strong enough to cut through the growing intelligence of your video game users' base as I continue to fill them with facts. And that shield sure wasn't big, large, or protective enough to shield you from the tirade of negativity surrounding this garbage franchise. People are over Pokemon. People are done with it. You have been milking our childhood dry for the last 30 years, and Game Freak and Nintendo, you have absolutely nothing to show for yourselves. Pokemon's a dead franchise. Pokemon deserves to rot in the seventh circle of hell. Pokemon is the prime example, is the epitome of a franchise that struck lightning in a bottle. First generation has and always will be the best. Second generation, okay. Third generation, I understand. But by the time we get to what are we at now? The 26th fucking generation of Pokemon, you know as well as I do. Even the indoctrinated Pokemon elite who swear by this series and by both the games at launch are waking up to the fact that you have been milked dry by a company who clearly is in it for one thing, and I can tell you right now it is not the fun and entertainment of the player, but rather the almighty dollar, but rather filling and lining their own pockets with money you worked hard for. What is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond bringing to the table? Absolutely nothing. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond is nothing close to brilliant. Matter of fact, allow me to give Nintendo and Game Freak a little bit of free PR advice. This one's free. I run an advertising agency, but I'm handing this out for free. You need to target the name and title of your product specifically tailored to the individual. You need to have the customer in mind. So with that, I highly recommend that you take Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and you retitle it Pokemon Dumbass Diamond, because the remaining fan base, what 12 of them there are that will be buying this on day one, are complete dumbasses. They're ignorant little knuckle-dragging apes. They're literal Neanderthals who can have no free thought of their own. They have no idea what a good purchase is. And then you get to the even dopier dumbasses who are going to buy both of these. I never quite understood the reasoning behind releasing the exact same game with a couple different Pokemon, but now I have it figured out. You see, Game Freak prey on the intellectually inferior. Now me, all right, I have an exquisitely high IQ. I wake up in the morning, I play at least 3 games of chess, I play nothing but strategy video games because these boring, bland little RPGs and these FPS action games, they don't stimulate me on a high enough mental level. And the people like me, right, the high intelligence, the smart, the elite, the intellectually superior, we are not buying the same game twice. That's $120 of my money that I will be fucking dead and cold and rotting before Game Freak or Nintendo pry it from my bony skeletal hands. Let's be clear about that. All right, the last Pokemon game I purchased was Pokemon Fire Red, and even though I was a child at the time, I knew that this was the peak of the franchise. Pokemon in the mid to late 90s, it doesn't get any better than that. Now, the Generation Z, they're going to come back and say, well, you know, Pokemon Go was so big 5 years ago. Pokemon Go came and fizzled out. It brought back the peak. Listen, if you think Pokemon Go was hot, you should have been around. You should have told your daddy to pump out semen faster 20 years earlier, all right? Because Pokemon in the late 90s was a craze unlike anything I've ever seen, and it's unlike anything we'll see again. Pokemon Go couldn't hold fucking Pokemon from the 90s balls, all right? Pokemon Go is packing Pokemon from the 90s fucking bags. You guys were blessed with a snapshot of what it was truly like, and I am forever thankful that I got to grow up in that time period, but I am forever regretful that I have to see yet another thing that made my childhood great bastardized to hell and gone in the name of the almighty dollar. Pokemon Brilliant Pearl. There's nothing brilliant about this. It's not even a mainline entry. It's yet another remake. That's another thing that we seem to give Game Freak a pass on. They remake old games. They barely bring it up. The textures aren't even 4K. It's not even going to run at 60 FPS. Yet, we're expected to pay $60 for it. I'm completely disgusted by these practices. But honestly, I'm surprised this model hasn't been used by other developers, right? Could you imagine if there was a Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War and then a Call of Duty Black Ops Hot War, right? Like, I'm shocked other developers haven't done this. Maybe one Call of Duty you get like a certain subset of guns, and the other Call of Duty you get another subset of guns, right? Or there's like fucking The Last of Us Part 2, play as Ellie and get the revenge plot. And then there's play as Abby, play as the transformative character with the best character arc in the game, right? I'm shocked other developers have not embraced this model, but thank fuck they haven't, and I like to think I'm contributing to that. And by the way, if you're going to be purchasing either one of these Pokemon games at all, not just at launch, you can get the hell off my channel. Unsubscribe. I don't want you. Leave a dislike. You are inferior to me in each and every way, but in particularly money management and intelligence.